time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Today is Thursday, May 15th. S&P currently up 24, NASDAQ unchanged. Russell is up 10, Dow up 285. Gold is up 1.2%, silver's up about 0.5%, notes and bonds both up about 0.5%, 10-year yield down 1.6%, oil down 2%, natural gas down almost 4%. Soybeans finished red, down 2.2%. Wheat and corn finished green. Euro and the pound are pretty flat. Euro's a little bit red, pound's a little bit green. Bitcoin is pretty much unchanged. It's been kind of all over the place today. And VIX is down 3.2%, currently at 18. Of course, we had PPI and retail sales and some other data pre-market. The market didn't really do much at that point. And then it kind of consolidated, chopped this morning, then took off. And now it's just been kind of consolidating above yesterday's high most of the afternoon with some, when I say consolidating, pretty decent swings of consolidation. So for today, VIX, a little bit red. Had my first tranche, which is only a one lot. That one got double stopped. All the others one-sided stops. TAT shows down 600. I'm actually down about 300 maybe after selling long, so pretty small. Could still end up green. I did 3 Elmos. Let's see. The first one was a winner, hit profit target plus 1100. Second one was a full stop. Exactly minus 2,000. So, and then I cut out of one early for minus 675. So down about 1,500-ish on Elmos today. And then my one DTE, I am still in. It had some really nice decay this morning, and then, of course, the big push up. Had it go red, now it's basically at break even. I've also got my one DTE that I transformed from yesterday. Looks like it'll hit minimum profit of 250. And then day trades, I'm green, I'm up about 3,400. Small loser in AMD, small loser in Amazon. Nice winner in coin. Still have some coin puts. Nice winner in hood. Gave some back. I was up pretty decent in Microsoft. Gave that back. Netflix winner. Nvidia loser. PLTR low loser. And then Tesla. I was up nicely in that one. Gave that back as well. So it's still up about 3,500 as we speak. With we'll see what happens with the rest of these coin puts. And I think that is it for me today. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, it's going to be okay. Not too bad.
It's going to be okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I was up 3K between my one DTE and my AM number one. I was 10 cents away from getting ready to hit 20% on my AM number one, and then price took off, and it turned into a full stop. So that was extremely frustrating. I mean, I don't remember the last time that's happened where I was like literally 10 cents away and it turned into a full stop. But my one DTE ended up closing it out for $885. Again, I had one full stop. AM number 2, I ended up closing it just for a $600 profit. I didn't hit any profit targets. I closed a little bit at I don't even know what the percentages were. I was just trying to get some back. And then my lunchtime number 1 hit 20, 40, 60 and out, and that really helped. So minus 700 for TLC, plus 185 between 1 DTE and TLC, so pretty much a scratch day. Minus 2,500 for Elmos. So those need to maybe go on the shelf in this low premium environment for me. I am up about $1,000 in my other account. So it's going to be a red day, but let's see. One account I'm down $1,750 total. And one account I still have a trade on. I'm up about 800. So that's going to be a small red day probably.
NASDAQ coming into the red a little bit. Russell's still hovering near highs, and S&P is kind of in between. As far as individual stocks go, IBM is leading the charge. It's not really a good sign for the bulls if IBM is your leader, but IBM's up 3.5%. Well, IBM's been on a little charge, 225 to 266. Whoa, IBM's at all-time highs. Look out. I haven't looked at IBM in, I don't know, probably 10 years. GE, another big boy from the past. Wow, it's hitting all-time highs as well. Interesting. Some of these nostalgic companies are coming back apparently, and I didn't even know it. Verizon's up. Netflix is up 2%, also hitting new all-time highs. I am aware of that one. I caught a piece of that. Pfizer's up 2%. Kroger, Costco, Home Depot. Lulu's a little bit green. And a lot of red. United Healthcare. Wow, another gap down, although it's off of its lows, but United Healthcare can't get out of its own way. Baba's down 8%. Coinbase, I was looking at that chart when this happened, and apparently they getting probed for some accounting issues by the SEC. I was watching it right here, and then all of a sudden, boom, that big bar came down. I got in after it started consolidating. Bitcoin started rolling over. MSTR started rolling over, so I just figured coin might follow. It really hasn't to the degree of MSTR or Bitcoin, but I booked some profits on that flush, and I've still got some puts. Seeing if it may want to go back to. Seems like a good day for an excuse to offload coin shares with that news. So I got some puts. Amazon's down 3. MSTR's down 5. HIMS, which has been flying high, is off the last couple days, down 5% today. Amazon down 3. Hood's down 2. Hood is not too far away from all-time highs of 66.91. Tesla's down almost 2. Google's down 1.5 after a big update yesterday. Nvidia down about 1%. So IBM and GE leading the charge today. I haven't said that in about 20 years. Let's see what else. Yeah, a lot of data points this morning. PPI, retail sales, unemployment claims, Empire State Manufacturing Index, Philly Fed Manufacturing, and Powell was speaking, all pre-market.
What's up, everybody? Last.
Tomorrow, nothing pre-market of any importance. We do have consumer sentiment and inflation expectations 30 minutes after the market opens. And we've got, let's see.
Order filled.
NVIDIA always announces earnings. Oh, we got a little downside coming in. Little flushy flush.
Oh yeah, that wasn't good. I had a TLC trade on in my other account, and it had major slippage.
Let's see, 58.45.
That's not good.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
Sorry, I turned off my system audio so you guys don't have to hear my fills. What was I just saying?
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
That was
I think NVIDIA has earnings next week, don't they? They always have it late. Let's see. NVIDIA has earnings, May 28th. So more like 2 weeks.
Oh, that was amazing. So I was 20 cents away from booking 20% on this TLC trade I had in my other account. And that just full stopped it with $3 of slippage.
Oh, geez.
That was about a $4,000 move down. Yeah, I think it's time I just maybe close the computer.
Did you get your lawnmower yet? I thought you were going
Not
to be
yet.
mowing your
I
lawn right
wish.
now.
I was up I was up almost $1,000 in that account, and now I'm down 2,800 just within a couple seconds.
Yeah, I didn't have anything on. I had one of my put sides of my BIC stop, but that's not really a big
That's,
deal. Only
2
10 cents slippage on that.
Yeah, it's 2 days in a row this has happened to me, so I've been doing pretty well for a long time.
Yeah, you've been
Couple
running
months.
hot. It's just,
I've been on
sometimes it's just not your day.
disaster. A disaster with Elmos, a disaster 2 or 3 TLC trades. Wow.
Yeah, NASDAQ is getting a little red here. It's down 72 points, down about 1/3% now. It was unchanged just 10 minutes ago. Russell is still staying strong, right at highs of day. That little Russell, he just marches to the beat of his own drum. Well, we got a little, weather must be nice. We got kind of a light crowd here for Power Hour. What's everybody doing? What do you guys want to talk about? We've got 30 minutes. I don't have any positions on except for my coin puts, which they accelerated a little bit on that down move. Anybody new here? Oh, we got RG coming in. To trade steward users, please inform. Say I press the button to manually enter an Elmo. Say the net credit is 820 and the mid credit is 860. How does trade steward handle the spread? Does the user define this handling? In what way? Well, they use limit orders, and I think they start at mid price. I'm not 100% sure on that, RG. I think they start at mid price and then they cancel and replace until it gets filled. And you can set the speed of that cancel replacing. So, for example, if you're looking at my screen, I just brought up a bot as an example. So here under trade entry, you can delegate, you can dictate, I should say, what your entry speed will be. So I have all mine set to turbo, and then you just hover over this and it says turbo. It cancels and replaces every 2 seconds, and it has 6 maximum tries before recalculating the strikes. So every little feature and toggle and different thing in here, it has an explanation if you just hover over the question mark. Do you have a trade steward yet, or were you just curious in advance of getting trade steward? Okay, yeah. So when you get in there and you just open up a bot, you'll see all these little question marks. You just hover your mouse over it, and it gives you a pretty straightforward detail about what each thing does. It's pretty nice that way. Very user friendly. Oh baby, my coin puts are paying. Let's go. Let's go through lows. Nice, Lando. How fast did you get up to? Just the speed limit? What's the point? You can do that I can do that in my Audi. Let's go. 190, baby. Shed some more of these coin puts. Things coming down towards lows. Just like I was hoping. I love when it does what I hope it does. Just a few more Elmos, Lando, and you're going to have your own Lambo. NASDAQ, S&P starting to bounce. Wow, these coin puts paid on that down move. What did I say? I was up on my day trades when we started? Like under 4,000, right? Now I'm up over 76. Yeah, today was not a good day for you to be your first day of trading Elmos, Trader Dan. I'll tell you that. Probably gathered that from everybody else in the chat, but and look at the Russell pushing through highs of day again. Must be some small, well, yeah, big banks are doing good too, actually. Russell's made up of a lot of small regional banks. But, yeah, Goldman and JP are, Bank of America's a little bit red. Yeah, so, Trader Dan, if you are doing the 25% profit target, 50% stop loss, obviously you need to have, not counting slippage, commission, or anything like that, you've got 2 winners would be equal to 1 loser. That'd be kind of break even. And then obviously slippage and commission are going to lower that a little bit. So you need to have a over 70%, 75% win rate. Today was just not one of those days. All right, so NASDAQ and S&P bounced after that little flush. NASDAQ is back below the pre-market highs. S&P held up a little bit better. It's still above yesterday's high. Coin is bouncing a little bit. It did not push through lows. I'm still holding some of those puts. See if we get one more flush. We've got about 12 minutes till MOC. MSTR is trading at lows. Hood is down 2.5%, but it had a big bounce today. Yeah, not really, Sam. I mean, you just have days in the market where price will only give you small pockets of consolidation before it makes moves. We're also, now seeing much lower premiums, meaning your spreads are a lot more narrow. And so, I mean, you just, kind of zoom out on your chart and you can kind of see. I mean, we had some really nice consolidation here first thing in the morning, and that's actually where I hit my profit target because I actually jumped in early with an Elmo, much earlier than I usually ever do. And, so that I call that just kind of getting lucky. And then we made that big move up. It started to look like it may want to consolidate and then made another push up and then looked like it may be consolidating near the highs and then made a flush down. So yeah, there's no way to know that in advance. You'll get better and better at reading price action the more you do it. And the only way to do that is just to practice. It's just screen time. There's no indicator. There's no there's nothing you can do except for put in hours of screen time to read price action. And you'll start to pick up little nuances. Like Chad was talking about, I don't know when it was, a few days ago, last week, kind of at the end of the day when you start seeing some wiki candles. And Chad, feel free to jump in if you want to explain more in detail. But, just as an example, he was saying, he starts seeing some wiki candles at the end of the day. He likes that, and that'll give him more confidence to jump in. You see times where, price is kind of pushing and then it dips and then it tries to make a new high, but it can't, and it comes back down. Then you start picking up on little things like that give you a little bit more confidence. But that doesn't, price, the market can do anything at any time, right? That's one of Mark Douglas's favorite, famous quotes in his book, Trading in the Zone. So it's just about finding, there's no absolutes in the market. It's about finding tendencies, right? It's about trading on probabilities, and there are just days that you're going to lose. And that's kind of what today was. Yeah, Trader Dan, no, there's really no indicator that's going to, really the best thing you can do is get good at reading just a clean price action chart, in my opinion. And if you have TradingView, for anyone who has TradingView and you want to be able to practice this outside of normal market hours, TradingView has a really nice trade replay feature where you can pick any date in the past. So go to a random date without knowing what that day did, and you can just push play, and you can put it on 10 times speed or 3 times speed, and you can watch price action that way, and you can practice placing trades, and see how much. You can't actually place the paper trade as an iron condor, but you can, make a note. I would have placed one here based on what I think is consolidation, and then watch, how long price, stayed in a range that would have been a benefit to that position. So things like that are different ways you can. That's an example of one way you can kind of potentially accelerate, get more hours of screen time of watching price action. That's a good way to do it. Oh yeah, there are indicators that claim they show consolidation, but I think the less indicators you can use, the problem is people start using those as a crutch as opposed to actually learning how to read price action. I would highly suggest just learning how to read price action off of a clean chart. It's going to make you a much better trader. Abosh, did you do more research on the navigation candles? Was that a question for me? I'm not sure what you're referring to. On the NTT? I did a lot of testing and things, and I didn't. That was a long time ago. I kind of forgot I did that, but yeah, I didn't find anything really of value. Yeah, that test run isn't really paper trading, RG. It's simply, here, let me show you. So this is my 1DTE bot. You could come up here and click test run. And it'll just show you, if I entered this trade right now, here's the legs and the credit that I would get. That's it. So that's the extent of what it does. It just gives you a, so if you're testing your bot, if you're trying to figure out, okay, I've set up my bot, if I put that in right now, what's that going to look like? It just gives you that idea before you put it in. Yeah, for sure. If you want to just set up the trade in TOS or something like that and model it, like in the Analyze tab, then yeah, that would work. Mahomey, let's see. I think I'm benching Mahomes. I'm just trying to, well, a couple things. One, I'm just eliminating trades that I'm starting to dial in just the number of trades and strategies that I do. And Mahomes he hasn't really performed well. So I think I'm benching Mahomes. Let's see, 59.10. Currently trading for less than $1, maybe right at $1. I guess Chad left us. He's not even in here. All right, coin's starting to bounce. I think it's, I'm not sure it's going to have any more downside. We've got 1 minute till MOC. Let me put on my audio. Yeah, I'm not sure. I may do some calendars tomorrow. Haven't decided yet. I need to go back to my back test and kind of update them, and I don't know of any known headline risk over the weekend, but so I may do some tomorrow.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds till MOC.
Market on close imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 3.4 billion. Nasdaq 100
3.4 billion
buy
buy
side
side.
2.5 billion. Dow 30 buy side 990 million, and Mag 7 buy side 1.3 billion.
S&P and Nasdaq popped up a little bit. Not too much follow through. NASDAQ trying to get back into the green. Russell still hovering near highs of day. GameStop started out right out of the gate, had a huge flush, and it's rallied all the way back up to where it opened. NASDAQ back in the green. Russell through highs of day. VIX below 18. $59.15 butterfly. It's pretty cheap still. Looks like maybe $1.25. With a little under 6 minutes to go. Little reversal in the S&P and NASDAQ. NASDAQ back in the red. $59.10 butterfly trading for about $1.60. So it's getting closer. Big buy number, big buy side number did not give much follow through. Oh, my 1 DTE is about to come off. Forgot about it. It's up about 16%. That's nice. Just trying to get filled via my bot. Filled at 1330, so in at 1465, out at 1330. Wow. That little bounce took some away, so I made only about 9%. One DTE closed. All right. S&P, NASDAQ bouncing back up a little bit. 3 minutes to go. Robinhood is pushing. Some of the chip stocks are pushing. MU just went green. AMD's pushing. TSM pushing. Hood just pushed through highs of day. Tomorrow for live streaming. Of course, we'll be back for Power Hour normal time. And then as far as day trading goes, let's see, tomorrow's the 16th. Yeah, Friday the 16th. It'll be me at the market open tomorrow morning for day trading. And the price action looks pretty choppy as far as just the whole time we've been in Power Hour for the most part. There's been some little spikies that may have spiked. Well, yeah, that little flush for sure, depending on where you got in, but kind of spiky chop. Every day is option expiration, Krish. Option expiration has 0 relevance. Are you going to trade differently if it is?
Order cancelled.
There's the bell, my friends. 5917.08. 5917.08 looks like the final. What'd you get in, Jonathan? Which strike? 15s. Gotcha. Nice. All right, all. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.